Hello, Gemini. This is Sherri Simpson. Today is August 8th, and it is a double 8 day, which means that you are tapping into abundance. And on the 11th, for the new moon eclipse, you are tapping into new beginnings. You're tapping into the 11 portal. I am your transformational life coach, psychic card reader, and Akashic record reader. I did some pulling of the cards for you with John Holland's psychic tarot cards for the heart before I started the video. So let's see what the cards have in store for you. First card that came through is a big gun. It's a major arcana, and this tells me that you are sick and tired of what life has been, and it is time for you to rebuild. And I get the sense that you've already started rebuilding, but I'm not sure if you're actually in the action phase of that or just in the knowingness and understanding that you have to rebuild. And I am here to confirm that for you, that yes, life is requiring a rebuilding for you, because all of these cards that are coming through are actually going to tell us why. So let's hold on to this one for a minute. The next card that came through for you was challenging times. I get the sense that times have been more challenging than you expected and wanted, right? Things are challenging for some people because they actually can thrive on things that are challenging. But for you, you've had enough. Challenging times are over for you, and you are ready to rebuild. But that means stopping the thinking and believing that you can only create what was, and it also means stepping into new actions that are divinely inspired for you. You're rebuilding based on you. This number 116 is about you stepping into your own independence and your own confidence and rebuilding what you desire, but you're doing this from a place of not bulldozing anyone around you. You're doing it from the place of the 6, which is a very nurturing, kind-hearted place, but you really need to step into a place of nurturing yourself first and rebuilding in a way that is abundant for you, that is healthy for you, that is happy for you, that is motivating for you. So ditching the challenging times, I get the sense that you have not been nurturing yourself and your experiences as much as you could be, and that there are definitely places in your life where you can take further action, stepping into your confidence, stepping into your place of personal power. That's what that number 3 tends to be about, is that solar plexus. And you actually nurturing you. What kind of experiences do you want to have? What kind of things do you want to surround yourself with? Who do you want to be surrounded with? What choices do you want to make? What experiences and consequences do you want to have? So nurture some of those things, but do it from an actionable place. Because I get the sense that Gemini has a tendency to get stuck in the student a lot, where you're thinking and thinking and thinking and reading and learning all of these things. And all of these things are going on in your brain. Is like expanding and expanding and expanding, but your life isn't changing. And it's actually going through challenging times, because now you're in a place mentally where you're seeing and feeling and experiencing things from a way that is higher and more from the observer perspective, but it's challenging because you actually haven't changed the things in the physical that are now going to line up with all of the things that you've learned. So you're way separated in how you're acting in 3D and how you're thinking and believing and how you're feeling in 3D. Some of you are actually even taking your feelings and throwing them away and putting them in a box and locking them up because they just don't align with how you're acting and how you're thinking and believing, and so they feel wrong. They don't feel like it's okay, and so that's making the times for you even more challenging. So step into a place of you being able to nurture yourself, being okay with what has come, what has already gone, what has passed, stepping into allowing the wisdom of the things from your past to be held, but releasing what's not nurturing you and stepping into more what is nurturing. And when I say stepping in, I mean physical actions. It's time for you to align all of those things that you've been playing in the area of the student and the realm of the student. It's time for you to start acting those things out. And I don't mean just in like journaling and visualization and vision boards. I mean physical acting, literally setting boundaries in your life based on your heart place, based on you rebuilding from what it is you want from a really heart-centered place. And I get the sense, because times have been challenging and you have been nurturing others more so than you've been nurturing yourself, but you're not experiencing success and growth. And it feels like success isn't yours. It feels like you may be only getting enough to survive and you really deserve to thrive. The 8 is about abundance. It's about today, August 8th. It's about stepping into that place of growth. And even this picture, this gentleman, I know we're actually looking at it in reverse, so he's actually looking into the future, and he's realizing from this perspective that the tree of growth is actually behind him. So there is wisdom about what has happened to you in the past that you can actually claim and carry with you, but you don't need to carry with you everything that has hurt you or everything that hasn't served you or everything that has been challenging. You can step into your heart place and look into the future and know that there's success and growth in front of you. But again, you need to rebuild from who you are and what you desire to create from a really nurturing self kind of place. The other thing that ties into this that I had to laugh at here was the Seek card, which came in reverse. And that just ties me into you being stuck in that place of a student and you in your mental place and even in your emotional place, tapping into things like the law of attraction and nurturing and creating your own reality and the law of manifestation, the law of polarity, and all of these cool things that you really understand now from this mental perspective. But you've created all of these UPS packages and you don't have the physical address. So they're all just floating around, hoping to be delivered to you one day, but you're not actually acting in a way in the physical world that's allowing you to bring in all of those things that you've put into your vortex, that you've put into your place of, I desire one day. They're just floating around. So it's time for you to stop seeking and for you to start taking actions within yourself that are in alignment with the thoughts that you know feel better for you. Tapping into it being okay if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling isolated. That's what your next card was. It's sadness and isolation in reverse. And I get the sense that you've been in that place, but you don't want to be in that place. And in order for you to get out of that place, you have to use the wisdom that you have gleaned from the things that you've been learning in the place of a student while you were seeking. And you need to rebuild your life based on what it is that you desire to create from a place of nurturing others, because that's how you function. And doing that from a place of it's okay to be sad once in a while. It's okay to feel isolated once in a while, but you're not going to stay there. That is not your happy place, which obviously I'm sure you know because you've had some challenging times. And you've been nurturing other people more than yourself. And you've been not nurturing relationships and meaningful things in the way that has been inspirational for you. You've not experienced the success and growth that you want because you haven't literally tapped into how do I rebuild myself from the inside out. So you can't expect the people around you to change if you're not changing. The people around you, the experiences that you have, they're a mirror. Literally, if people are being snotty or crabby or mean or sad or isolated around you, then those things are within you and they're actually mirroring that back. So you have to tap into the emotions that you've been experiencing, the things that you've been thinking and believing, ditch the ones that are not serving you and call in new ones. Literally rebuild your thought process, your beliefs, and your emotions to create what it is that you desire. Allowing yourself to nurture yourself in any way in the physical realm that feels good. I don't care if that's eating good food, working out, playing in the lake or the ocean, riding on motorcycles, or taking cool cars for rides, or whatever it is. There has to be ways that you can call in nurturing for yourself in the physical in order to rebuild yourself and to create the success and the growth in your physical world that you know exists in your mind. You've read about it. You've read and read and read and read about it. You talk about it all the time, but you really need to step into rebuilding your life from the inside out so that you can physically feel all of those things you've been reading about. So allow yourself to do that this month. Allow yourself to start taking new actions, because if you keep doing the same things that you've always done, you'll keep getting the same things you've always gotten. You literally need to do things different. You need to take new actions. You need to tap into what can I stop doing that feels like crap, and what can I start adding to my life that will nourish me and allow me to grow and rebuild. I know you can do this. This is going to be a really good month for you. By the end of the month, I think things are really going to shift for you, but you really have to tap into, how do I rebuild myself? Not from everyone else's perspective, but from your perspective. You're going to do this for you. Namaste, Gemini. Have a beautiful day.